Hello, you. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, I don't know, introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Roisin O'Neill. I'm playing the part of Claire.
She is. And I'm playing the part of Peter and Tim Brown.
Great.
I am too.
What sort of people will the show appeal to? What sort of audiences are you hoping to get in the seats?
Teenagers.
People who like it, I guess.
I think anyone who's genuinely interested in musicals and who just likes to see different types, and people who enjoy original content. They like to see raw stuff.
Sure. So what about people who don't enjoy musicals? What sort of parts of the show are going to appeal to them?
Well, if they're interested in maybe...
not the music. Not
maybe costuming or the...
maybe the costume.
Well, if they don't like...
sort of the themes generally, perhaps, sort of ideas. I don't know if they like science fiction.
Yeah, so science fiction.
Yeah,
so you
science
think...
fiction.
Yeah.
We are
Cool.
science fiction.
So Tim, tell us more about your character, Peter.
My character, Peter, he is the leader of the musical troupe that's flying through space in a spaceship. He's a kind of crazy, artsy person with all these visions and things that he likes to make things happen. He's sort of in charge of the whole everything.
And Roisin, you play Peter's wife, Claire. What's their relationship like, Peter and Claire?
I'd have to say, because of their mutual love of the arts and the theatre, they have a very strong bond. I do think that Claire does, she's a little bit more in control because you're a little bit...
No, I'm a bit wild.
Peter can be a little bit sporadic and a little bit too out of control, so she sort of brings him back down to sort of a level of reality, almost, in a way. And with Claire, it's all about family with her, and because Peter is her husband, he's very important to her.
So, Tim, I have a feeling audiences, especially artistic creative types, may relate to Peter as a person. Do you relate to him, and how do you think other people will relate to him?
I certainly relate to him quite a lot. It's sort of a lot of me and Peter, a lot of Peter and me. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
They've merged into
They
one.
kind of have, actually. They really are starting to. There's actually not all that much difference between us in terms of the whole artistic thing. Again, also some of the responsibility thing.
Yeah.
I hope that maybe some creative people will sort of relate to some of that too. Understand
Sure.
where he's coming from, and where he's trying to get to, and the whole sort of animosity with him and his parents. They don't really get on.
Yeah, the relationship between him and his parents is something that interests me quite a lot, because I know that I've felt sort of negativity from parents before concerning wanting to start a career in the arts.
No, it's like, I don't know, sort of weird thing with my own parents, I guess. Sort of, do what you want to do as long as you're actually making money doing it, which doesn't always happen, especially in art. So it's like kind of like, don't always see eye to eye. Yeah.
Okay, Roisin. So I take it you've learnt quite a few of the songs already. What's the vocal process been like? Both of you can answer this, by the way.
Well, it's been different for me because I've never really been a solo singer before. I've done bits of maybe one song, but this is quite a demanding role because I'm used to musicals like Gilbert and Sullivan. So for me, this music is quite different to anything I've ever done. So for me, it's all about getting over my own nerves and really just immersing myself in the character and just being confident in my abilities to just to sing these songs because they're beautiful songs. They're gorgeous.
Quite good songs.
Yeah. So and I really want to do. I really want to do right by them. So
yeah, I haven't actually found it all that difficult because it's sort of rockish type of songs, and I've kind of done a bit of singing in a rock type situation, and sort of also writing my own stuff and learning it sort of similar sort of way. So it hasn't really been all that good. It's been sort of a natural process a lot of the time.
Both of you, what are your favourite songs in the show?
Oh god, it's not my song, but I really do like 7 Years. Just for some reason, it reminds me of Flash Gordon. Just the beat.
Which one's that one?
That's Buck's song.
I haven't heard it.
Go listen to it.
I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah, but I've listened to it.
I like the other ones I've heard. I haven't heard all of them. It's that one that Elizabeth sings.
That's What I Miss.
That's the one.
Yeah,
I really like that
gorgeous.
one.
That's
really
really
nice.
beautiful. And so sad.
It is very sad.
Yeah. Yes. So.
I like that one.
Ironic that they're not our songs.
No, those are our songs.
Roisin, this isn't the first time you've played a mother figure. are you drawing on your own sort of experiences? Do you have any strong female figures in your life? Is this why
I would definitely say that Claire's strength is definitely homage to my own mother. She's a very, very strong woman. She's instilled in me in quite a lot of very strong family values. I promised my children I'd be home tomorrow. And there's also a little bit of my grandmother's calmness, a little bit of her warmth and loving. Not saying my mother's hard or anything, but there's a little bit of both. Like, the women in my family, they've been very inspirational to me, and I think because of their lessons, that's given me some sort of level of maturity that, unfortunately, it does kind of trick people into thinking I'm a lot older than what I usually am. Anyway, so yes, definitely there's a lot of my mother and my grandmother and a couple of my aunties in there that has that mother thing.
Yeah.
How many people are in here? I make a laugh a lot in this.
Okay, so Tim, I can see that both of you are really quite, fashionably minded. You're both wearing quite funky ensembles, and I've heard great things about the costumes in the show.
I'm very excited about the costumes.
Yeah, what sort of things are you wearing?
What I'm wearing now, I want to do it.
Preview!
This is, in fact, this is what Peter wears when he's just, relaxing on the ship.
Yeah, actually every troop member has a certain colour or ideal behind them. I think with Claire, the idea is of very warm colours like pinks and maroons and oranges. I think it's the costume designer described it as a sunset.
And I'm in like a red and purple.
Mm-hmm.
Reds and purple and David Bowie.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's a lot of Ziggy Stardust.
There's a lot of Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah, and Lincoln is in a lot of greens and very cargo-y type colours.
I'm glad she knows these things.
Yeah, Elizabeth is in blues and a little bit of blacks, and Mitchell, the youngest member, he's in a lot of browns, very earthy colours.
So just a final fun question. If you were trapped in space, what would be the one thing you had to have with you?
Sorry.
Does that
if you were lost in the abyss of the universe?
Does that exclude the essentials like food and water?
Yes, I mean
Yeah.
we have a space suit.
Let's assume you have essentials. What's the
We're
one
on
thing
some
that's
planet
like?
somewhere.
What's the one non-essential thing you have to have with you?
I'd say God,
That's a good question. I don't know.
I definitely would want, like, I know this is probably going to sound really mean, but I'm probably want to go for music more so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, probably.
Music. So would you have like an MP3 player or
I just
like
have
an
it
instrument?
blasted. I'd probably have an MP3 player and just blast it over the speakers if there were any, because music for me is very, very important. It's
Right.
where I've come from. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be sort of similar sort of line of thinking, although I'd actually take like a piano or a keyboard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Play stuff.
An instrument. Yeah, great.
Some sort of an instrument.
Yeah.
So can you tell us when and where Starlight will be on?
Starlight will be on from
It
the
will
10th.
be on.
It will be on from the 10th to the 12th of October at the Union Theatre.
Is that where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to deal with. We're already American.
Alright, thanks guys. See you later.
Thanks.
Bye. Goodbye, camera.
We'll be alright. Yeah, we'll be alright. We'll follow the sun.